Welcome, everybody. Hey, I am super excited to be speaking to you tonight. We are going to continue to dive into our series called Change the World. I'm Eric Moody, and I'm with Creative Catalyst Leadership. And those of you that have been tuning in, yesterday we talked about shrinking the globe, right? And how you can do that. You know, you have to expand your network. You have to increase the amount of people you come across. And then number two is you have to utilize the internet. You know, we have social media. We have all this web presence that we need to utilize if we are to shrink the globe. Right, today we're going to be talking about using your voice. And you might be thinking, hey, you know what, I'm just a kid, or I'm, people outside of my industry don't listen to me. Well, I'm here to tell you that your voice is very, very important, and people catch on. You know, they get an idea of your attitude and your responses by the way you speak. So there's a couple of questions that you need to ask yourself. You know, number one question is, do I speak positively about life, my family, my friends, and my career? Because if you speak negatively about any one of these things, there's going to be a hesitation for people to want to really listen to you. You know, you need to be speaking positive about it. Yeah, stuff happens, right? In all of our lives, stuff happens, and bad things happen, and failures come. But if we're going to speak positively about, you know, the direction that we're going, and how awesome our family is, and how we have the best friends, and our career is exactly what we want it to be. If we speak positively, people will be more likely to listen to you. Because let's be honest, nobody likes listening to the person that complains and talks negatively all the time, right? Number two question that you have to ask yourself. Now this is important, guys, so catch it. Number two question is, do you compliment? Now this is kind of a tough one because in any situation, we often will get stuck on talking about us and who we are and our lives, right? It's easy to do. You know you've done it. You know you have. You know, it's so simple. It's so easy to really talk about me, right? So you really need to change your focus and compliment. Say, hey, nice job. You did great yesterday. You did fantastic at your baseball game. You're really doing great in your work environment. I love how you treat your spouse. These sorts of things really catch people's attention, and you have a good impact on those around you. People go, wow, that was pretty nice. And then you know what? They hold their head just a little bit higher. And that's really what we're about in changing the world through our voice. Right? The number three question you have to ask yourself is, do you speak with confidence, arrogance, or lack of self-belief? This one's probably going to hit home for you, because there are those that speak with arrogance. You know, they're constantly bragging about their accomplishments and how awesome they are at life, and that's not confident. That's arrogance. That's prideful. Nobody likes that. People run from that type of an attitude. And then you have the lack of self-belief. How do you speak about yourself? If you're always putting yourself down in public, for starters, you're going to start believing it. But then other people, they're going to get tired of trying to lift you up all the time, right? You know it. You have that friend. You know, we all have that friend that we're like, come on, man, you're better than this. You know, you do so much good. And you have to constantly remind them. That gets exhausting. Really, we want to be at a point where we're speaking with confidence. We are sure of who we are and the good that we bring to the table, along with the fact that we know that we have faults and we make mistakes. You need to speak with confidence. People love confidence. They flock to it. And confidence is a way that your voice can start being heard in different areas. Different people will start catching on to that. So those are really the three questions that I would advise you to really ask yourself and be able to answer honestly. And if you don't have the best of answer now, that's okay. We can improve it, but just understand that your voice has value. and that you can have an impact, a positive, a good impact in your life, in your family's life, in your community, or in whatever sphere of influence you have by utilizing your voice. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about using your hands. Super excited. Hopefully you dive into my blog. Like, share, subscribe. Love you guys. Couldn't do this without you. Thanks.